Graduated 1970 from OU, worked for a radio station, KFJL in Oklahoma City for a while. Actually, I started working for this company called McVeigh Henley. I don't know if it even still exists, but we had a variety of items that we stocked in stores. So Mr. McVeigh gave me a job, said, you graduated, you're ready to go to work. You have to take care of that wife of yours. And in 1970, we got married in 68, 1970. Our son was born, so Miss Wilma said, well, you need to work. So I said, okay.
Miss Wilma was right.
Yeah, she was right. She was right. In the meantime, she had helped me out because she was a bank teller at a bank called Liberty for years. And she would travel back and forth from our little place in Norman, our little condo in Norman, to Liberty Bank every day, as a pregnant lady as well. And she made sure that we were okay. But I was doing something. I was cleaning buildings and stuff back in college too. I had a job, and I worked at Safeway for years too. Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah.
I
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I probably saw you at the Safeway.
Well, I don't know. I didn't. Wasn't at Safeway. I was. I did work at Safeway in the northeast part of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And then I worked at there's a grocery store in a Midwest city called Stockton's.
Yeah, I remember Stockton's.
I worked there for years. I was produce guy, and then I worked for Brannon's in Del City.
Oh my!
Yeah, when she and her dad were shop there.
Okay.
I don't remember them.
Right.
But I was a sack boy and a checker, and
right.
And then I went into produce.
Similar paths.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've worked.
I've worked.
Yeah, you have. Good. Yeah. I as a matter of fact, when I was still in high school, wow, I worked at Safeway with Mr. Chadwick. He was the manager of the store there. Yeah, he was a good guy. Still is a good guy.
I do remember the owner. His name was John Stockton.
Okay.
Always had an El Verso cigar right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he had a depression from that cigar.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He had a little depression in him because he always had that cigar.
Right. But Mr. Stockton must have been a pretty good guy.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Yeah. I worked for some good people. Yeah. But where were we anyhow?
Oh, you just graduated. You wanted to be a teacher, but you got a job for
McVeigh Henley Company.
Yeah.
Working for them. And let's see, when was Brian born? Brian was born in September 1970. Yeah, September. Brian, our son was born. But I graduated. Brian's a baby. I have to work, feed him. Yeah, I fed you. Okay. Love him, but he's something else. But anyhow, he was born, started working for McVeigh Henley, and said, since I have my degree in education, I'm going to teach school. Okay, so I applied for a job at Roosevelt Middle School, it was called then, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and got a job. Applied, and so the principal there said, okay, Mr. Mosley, we're going to try you out teaching English, but you're going to have to be the drama teacher as well, because, yeah. I said, okay.
Well, it's related.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes,
it's related.
it is.
Yeah, literature. And
yeah. And as it turns out, we that year, it was it 71, 1971. They said the music teacher, Mr. Diggs, and the vocal teacher, Miss Johnson, they said, well, this year, Mr. Mosley, we had decided to do a musical. And guess what? You're the drama teacher. You have to do.
Oh, God.
Okay, so fortunately, I had taken some drama courses at OU
Yep.
and knew a little bit about drama.
So you had to direct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had to direct it. Yeah.
My first year as a teacher. My first year as a teacher. And they said, we're going to do this musical. We've already selected the one we want to do, and you're directing.
What was it?
Swinging High.
Swinging.
High. It was great. We had to build the set and everything.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I told you I love teaching.
Yep.
And that was really
That's when you're directing students in a drama. That's hands-on.
Yes, sir, it is. Every little part.
Every part.
Every part. And I loved it. I loved it. From driving nails into the set, you know, to telling her, you need to move over here. No, that's not your right, that's your left, you know. So so Mr. Diggs and Miss Johnson and Mr. Mosley put on Swinging High at Roosevelt Middle School in 1971. Wow. So, that was fantastic. I love kids. When they obey. But anyhow, I did that for 2 years. I taught school for 2 years, speech and drama, English at Roosevelt. By then, Brian was eating. That's our son, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian was eating so
My
much.
first son's name is Brian.
I'm leaving. I'm done. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ours is Bryan.
Bryon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Wow.
I almost lost him.
Yeah, because nobody can be like that, you know. But anyhow, 19, yeah, 2 years teaching school, and Brian started eating so much. Not really, but anyhow, poor teachers. I feel to this day.
Oh my gosh.
To this day.
Teacher salary is insulting.
That's why at one point I almost ran for the Senate or something, because I said I need to help these teachers somehow because they just don't get paid enough.
Not for as hard work as you.
And most people don't realize that. Yeah. And they are the ones that teach your children, and they teach your doctors, your lawyers, your everybody.
Everybody.
So you should be able to pay the people. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
You're preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Pay the people that teach your kids, because they learn if you allow them to learn.
Yep.
And stop interfering with teachers and
Yep.
what they are designed to do.
Right.
Okay. That's my spiel on that. But
and it was a calling for you.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And it basically still is. Mm-hmm. You know, I still enjoy teaching. But because they didn't pay teachers enough, and because I'm the kind of guy that likes to have stuff, you know, I would like to be able to go out and buy things and appreciate the good life, as we call it. I said, and I was working like 3 jobs. I was teaching, I was doing the disc jockey thing, and something else I was doing. But, I said, this is not good.
Well, that's another low-paying job is being a disc jockey.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Those guys.
Yeah, but I could only do it after school. I could only do it after school, so I did it. Yep. And so I taught school, worked as a disc jockey, and then, fortunately for me, this company called Warner Chilcott back in the day, years ago.
I remember that.
See?
Warner Chilcott.
Yeah, it was pharmaceutical company.
Pharmaceuticals, yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
I know.
You're older than you look, too.
I am. How old are you?
74.
Same age. 74, 1949.
Don't say February 16th.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay,
It was
please
August
don't.
28th. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh
And neither one of us act like it.
no, I refuse to act old.
I refuse.
I'm not. I'm not. Old age is for old folks.
It
They
is.
don't have life to live. I have things to do.
I got.
Places to go.
I gotta shoot an 88 before.
Good luck.
I gotta shoot an 88 before.
Oh
I
my
quit.
goodness.
Well, you shot it last week.
Yes,
didn't
I
you shoot?
did.
You
Yeah.
shot an 88.
Well, it was like 90, but that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'll take a 90 right now. I shot a 97.
Well, you
and
just
that's
have to,
7 putts. All I got to do is make 8 putts, and I'm under 90.
well, we just have to learn how to putt better.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, back to your story. So you got this call from this pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, this guy, they were out recruiting, they needed some minorities for their company. So I said, I'll be your minority.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
People say, well, no, yes, it is. But Robert Brown, the guy that hired me, always said, I didn't hire you because of that. I hired you because you could sell stuff.
Yeah.
So I said,
And I could see you sell. I could see that you would be a good salesman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
see that. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Fry, let me tell you about this. See, I know you don't want to see me, but after I'm done,
You're gonna love me.
You may not love me, but you gotta love what I have.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Well done.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, you may not like me at all, but the product you'll love.
Yep. There you go.
So, oh yes, I was one of the best. I will admit that. But Warner Chilcott, Bob Brown, hired me, and was it 78? Well, no, it had to be 73 because that's when I switched over from teaching to
So you were
pharmaceuticals.
24 at that time.
Oh, I guess I don't do numbers well. I told you that.
Yeah. 24. Yeah. You were born in 49 and 74.
Okay.
70, well, no.
73.
73, you'd have been 22.
Oh, I was a baby.
You were.
Oh,
But you were smart.
then I was.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, I lose a little bit. You know, every now and then I lose a little bit, but that's okay. God's still good.
Yeah. We have the creator of the universe in us.
Yes,
so
we do.
We can't lose too much.
I don't lose. I win. I've already won.
So they
that's
offered-
why I'm happy.
yes.
Yeah.
So they offered you a good salary.
Yes, they did, and
That's awesome.
it was just about double what I was making as a teacher.
So your wife could quit the bank?
She could quit the bank.
Yeah.
She could quit the bank. She could stay at home with the kids. That was nice.
That is really nice.
That was nice. So yeah, she could stay at home with Brian P. Make sure he grew up to be the man that he is now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but anyhow, by the way, if we get cut off, I have to tell you about our daughter Kelsey too.
I want to know. Tell me now.
Okay. Well, she's 14 years younger than Brian. Yes. She's 14 years younger than Brian, and she was a gift from God because
awesome.
believe me, she was, because after Brian was born, and we had tried several times to have another, Wilma didn't quit the bank until after Kelsey. I guess after Kelsey. Kelsey is our daughter. Kelsey was born. I see that banking stuff. I don't remember that but Wilma will tell you. She'll know exactly why. But see, Brian was born in 70. Kelsey was born in 84. So yeah. But where were we? I got
You got the job. You got the job with the pharmaceutical.
Yeah, pharmaceutical company in 1973. It was Warner Chilcott. Bob Brown hired me, and I took the job. Background on that. I was still teaching school, and I saw this ad in the paper. And back then, believe it or not, I had a fro. I had some hair. I did.
I had a fro.
I had a fro. It was
Well,
pretty good.
I had a ponytail.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, you were one of those.
I was.
Oh, you were a rebel.
I still am one of those. I just don't have the ponytail
Right,
anymore.
I can tell. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
So is the fro. I would have loved to have had a fro.
Yeah. Well,
And I knew some white kids that did have
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could grow one now, but no, it's not possible.
The follicles have quit.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. See, 73. Teaching. I was still teaching. Saw this ad. Said, okay, I'll fill out this paperwork and send it to this guy, and send it to Bob Brown. He said, well, I'll be up one day, and it was during the time when we were getting ready to do another show at the school. And I said, no, I won't have time. He said, well, I have you set for this interview at, you won't have to leave the school. You can come after school. I said, okay. Well, I got there and I was working on a set for something, and my fro, and I was dirty and grubby, and you're supposed to be all presentable and stuff when you go in for it. Not me. I said, I'm not going to take this job anyhow. Let me show him what I do. Okay. So I had been working on the set, as I said, for a show, and then he said, well, I'll meet you at, I think it was Holiday Inn on the south side of town, at 5 o'clock. Come on in, and I'll talk to you. And I said, okay. And then I forgot, because I was gonna change clothes and get all dressed up and stuff and go. Yep. And when I think he called me, somehow I remembered that I had this interview at 5. So I said, okay, I'm going because I'm late. So I went on in, because, as I said, I'm not going to do this. I like my teaching, and there's no way I'm going to take another job. Well, I talked to him. He interviewed me, went home, and I told Wilma, I said, I talked to this guy, and it's a great job. And they talk like the salary will really be great, and it's a lot more than teaching. He never did tell me what it would be until later. I said, but I don't think I'm going to take it.
I see who won.
Yeah. Yes, you do. So he was so adamant about me taking the job. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over and take you and your wife out to get some dinner. And then I said, don't bother. Don't. She said, well, we need to go. So we went, I don't even know where we went for dinner, but we ate and came back, and she said, why don't you take that job? I said, I like teaching, hey, they don't pay anything, but I like teaching. Yeah. She said, but this guy is a good guy, and he said you could do well. Why don't... You're right, she won. So I took the job with Warner Chilcott, and there's some more history after that.
Yeah. Wow.
So I stayed with them, did well with Chilcott. Chilcott was bought out by a company called Park Davis. And then Park Davis and Warner Chilcott were bought out by Pfizer. But I hung in there for 33 years.
33 years.
Yeah, 33 years.
Selling pharmaceuticals.
Selling pharmaceuticals, still going to church. Yeah.